You, mate, are you sorry about what's happened at all? Or?
No.
He's still holding the fort at his home. His parents are on their way home from a Queensland holiday. Any phone contact cut short by Corey.
What have they said?
Not a lot. Because I don't really talk to them, I keep hanging up on them, so...
But he won't be able to hang up on Christine Nixon. Controlling Saturday night's wild party of 500 teenagers required the police helicopter, the dog squad and extra reinforcements after police were attacked with bottles and neighbours were under threat. The exercise cost taxpayers $20,000 or more, and the Chief Commissioner wants Corey to foot the bill.
I think he needs to learn a lesson, and I think that one way or another we'll do that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be Corey's fault. Can't find just one kid that was inside the whole time.
Police are also considering laying charges over yesterday's post-party.
A
stern warning to anyone who's thinking of holding a similar party in the future to pets who are planning to live home alone.
I have a word for young people who are having a party. Don't do it. It's not a good thing to do at all, and it may cost your family a substantial amount of money.
The price is what Corey's after. His 15 minutes are almost up. Martine Alpins, National 9 News.
Surgeons at the Royal Children's Hospital have started a series of life-saving operations to separate conjoined twin girls from Bangladesh. 12-month-old Trishna and Krishna are joined at the skull, and while the procedure is extremely risky, without it, doctors say the little girls will surely die. Caroline Rondo with the story.
They're two bright, bubbly, one-year-old girls with an extraordinary battle ahead.
One's the bigger one who has lots of energy, and so she ends up pulling the other child's tubes out and pulling her hair, and the other one's a very placid, gentle-natured child, really girly.
Moira Kelly rescued Trishna and Krishna from a Bangladesh orphanage and brought them to Melbourne last November.
The two children are joined at the head. The brains themselves are separate, but where they are in fact joined is the venous circulation, in other words, the outflow from the brain.
Virginia Meixner is leading a team of medical experts through the series of delicate operations to separate the twins.
You do a staged process where you slowly remove a certain number of veins and then let the brain settle down.
But it's extremely risky, with a 1 in 4 chance the girls will die. Doctors say it's a miracle the girls have made it to their first birthday, as most conjoined twins die in the womb or soon after birth. And it's that fighting spirit they're hoping will pull them through months. The foundation has raised $1,000 to cover. A further $150 is still needed for the girls' ongoing care.
My dream is they're going to be like any other little girl running around in the next 18 months, 2 years, and then leave it in God's hands.
Caroline Rondo, National 9 News.
Disgraced HIH founder Ray Williams is a free man tonight after serving almost 3 years behind bars for his role in the company's collapse. The 71-year-old apologised to shareholders who suffered as he left prison, en route to his family's multi-million-dollar mansion. Simon Boda reports.
Ray Williams walked out of Silverwater Jail smiling, having spent 2 years and 9 months behind bars. After being met by a relative, he left by car, stopping briefly to apologise.
The last thing in the world I would ever have wanted was for HIH to fail, for people to be hurt and for people to suffer financial loss. And I really am very sorry that that occurred.
The 71-year-old was the founder and director of HIH Insurance, which went broke 7 years ago, owing more than $5.3 billion. Williams was jailed for misleading shareholders. While he may be a free man, according to the victims of the HIH collapse, Ray Williams will never be free of the guilt. While Williams is officially bankrupt, his wife is reportedly a multi-millionaire after he transferred part of his wealth to her before the collapse.
My parents lost money and he's got money squirreled away everywhere and it makes me sick.
Williams is on parole until next year and will have to report weekly to police. He can't leave the state without permission and is banned from managing a corporation for 10 years. Simon Boda, National 9 News.
Sex crimes detectives are hunting a man believed to have sexually assaulted another male at Phillip Island in the lead-up to the New Year's Eve. As Paul Kennedy reports, they've released video footage of the person they think is responsible.
This is the suspect, pictured at the entrance of the Isle of Wight Hotel in Cowes just before midnight on December 30. Detectives want to identify and speak to him and the other people captured on security footage. who could help piece together the events of the night before New Year's Eve.
In relation to the investigation, there's it's a jigsaw puzzle and we've only filled in small bits.
The sex crime squad received a complaint from the 21-year-old victim.
They were not known to each other at all, and the victim claims to have met the offender inside the hotel on the night of the incident in question.
The victim was drunk and thought the other man was going to drive him to where he was staying. But once inside the car, he was overpowered and then sexually assaulted. Police say he was treated for physical injuries and is being counselled for his emotional trauma. Police say it was unusual to have a male victim in such an attack.
Our concern is we don't know whether this person in fact is a local or just a visitor to Cowes. The population has grown so much and we're hoping that somebody will have seen something and be able to help us with our inquiries.
Tens of thousands of people attended Phillip Island over the New Year break. In a separate investigation, a 21-year-old man has been arrested at Southern Cross Railway Station after a police internet sting involving an undercover policewoman. He's been charged with child pornography and child sex offences. Paul Kennedy, National 9 News.
Tens of thousands of school leavers will find out later tonight whether they've been offered a first-round place at university or TAFE. The results will be in early edition newspapers. Rachel Rollo joins us from Federation Square, where anticipation is building right there.
Pete, the mood's one of excitement and I guess a nervous anticipation. It's really D-Day for the students here, the culmination of 13 years of schooling. Now, the newspapers have printed an early edition and that's just come off the presses. The Age will deliver theirs to the State Library's forecourt and the Herald Sun here to Federation Square. Now, really, tonight is a night of fun and excitement for most people, but there are about a third of the applicants who will in fact miss out on a university or TAFE place. This is what the Acting Minister had to say about that this afternoon.
The large number of eligible Victorians that have missed out is not in fact surprising. It's not surprising given the events of recent years going back to 1996 with the election of the Howard government.
Now, despite what will be disappointment for about 19,000 students, the mood here has still been upbeat.
Well, a little bit nervous. I don't know how I'm going to go or not.
Hoping to get into childcare at Box Hill, so fingers crossed into that. Can't wait to know.
You think about your future and this is quite important, so just the anticipation is probably what kills you most.
Well, not long now though, by 7:30 they'll all know their fate. Back to you.
Right, thanks Rachel. Record crowds have flocked through the gates at Melbourne Park on the first day of the Australian Open. Police kept a close eye on Croatian and Serbian fans, and despite a flare being set off inside the venue, no one was thrown out. Christina Hearn has the details.
After last year's violence, police were taking no chances. Out in force on foot, bikes and even horses, ready to respond first sign of unrest. While some fans thought police overreacted last year.
I thought it was crap because most of us didn't do anything. It was just a few of them. Like, I got kicked out and I didn't do anything.
When the large contingent of Croatian fans arrived, there were no confrontations. While sometimes vocal, they weren't violent. No one was denied entry, but a flare was set off within the precinct.
You were caught in it last year? Yeah, we were. But not getting involved this year, just standing back.
And it didn't deter families.
There was a bit of trouble here last year. You're not worried about that at all?
No, we'll just stay away from it. Yeah, so no problems.
The threat of a repeat of last year's troubles hasn't impacted on the crowd. Ticket sales are up and organisers are predicting a record crowd for the tournament.
Our fans have again said to us, we love coming here, this is the place to be, best ticket in town.
These Australian fans certainly thought so. Hoping against the odds, Leighton Hewitt can deliver. While there were fans of every flavour.
I'm half French, he's quarter and he's quarter.
The defending champion was once again a favourite.
Any of you Swiss at all? No. All Australian.
Not that it seemed to matter. Christina Hearn, National 9 News.
And all the on-court action ahead in sport, but coming up, cash help to heal Victoria's health system. And our shining light at a dim Golden Globes.